What would you say to a middle schooler who is just kind of doesn't feel like learning is cool, who doesn't feel like what he or she is kind of going through in middle school at the moment is even worth their time?
I would say stick with it. School per se is not for everyone, but education and learning is for everyone. There's something about learning more and just expanding your wealth of knowledge, that everyone can learn more. Everyone can be more appreciative of certain topics. So even if you're struggling with school and you don't think that what you're doing means anything, and why am I learning this? This is so boring. You never know. 10 years down the road in life, it may mean something to you that you never thought it would. And even if it doesn't mean anything to you, it's just about being able to connect with other kinds of people and appreciate different things that, although maybe you don't like it, someone else does. So it gives you some sort of common ground or commonality with someone else.
Song or album that your dad may have left you with that still kind of resonates with you on a daily basis?
There's so many. I think. Let me think. I mean, he loved all kinds of music. I think there's no one album I can really pick. Something that we shared a bond with is the Beastie Boys in particular. I mean, he loved the Beastie Boys. He loved that kind of just that rebel hip hop feel. That was him personified. He was just a rebel, and just those guys would talk about crazy stuff and grammar and appreciation of women, which during that time in the rap industry was so unheard of. And I think that the Paul's Boutique album by the Beastie Boys was something that, he loved, not only because of the musical, feel for it, but I remember he told me the first time that was the album that changed the music industry in a sense that royalties had to start getting paid because they sampled over 250 tracks from different artists before that. And all these guys came out of the woodwork and said, hey, wait a minute, that's from our song, even if it's a 3-second snippet, but no one had ever done that before. So that was kind of just such a unique album in a multitude of ways, and I think that was something that we connected with a lot. And I just on top of that, KRS-One was one of his favorite rappers. The Teacher, that was someone who he really connected with, from a teaching standpoint in his career, and just the message that guy portrayed. So I think those are definitely two that come off the top of my head, but there's so many more I could really go into.
Message might you send someone who is on the fence of contributing to this cause?
I would say that even if you never met my dad or you don't really know what kind of guy he was, I would say it's much bigger than just a guy who loves teaching. It's about spreading knowledge and making people appreciate education. And ultimately, when you come down to it, when you break everything down and you strip the titles and everything, it's about helping other people. It's about helping kids who don't have the ability to go to school. Maybe some traumatic event happened to them, the loss of a parent, or divorce, or parent loses a job or something. These things happen to people all the time, and I think to be able to help someone in need in terms of giving them the money for an education or a scholarship or helping out with books or tutoring or whatever it is, I think it's just about helping people, and I think that's the root cause of this foundation. Obviously, we have our own little spin on it, and we have our unique story, which is kind of our selling point per se. But I really think it's just about helping people, and if it's one thing I've learned from both my mom and my dad, it's that if you don't help people, then you can't help yourself, and what good are you doing then?